The first time my stepsister smiled at me after destroying my life, I realized betrayal doesn't always come with shouting. Hey guys, before we dive into today's family revenge story, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And I'm curious, where are you watching from right now? Comment your country and current time below. All right, let's begin. This is the story of a family pushed to the edge, and what happened next will shock you. Sometimes it comes quietly, wearing your last name. My name is Evan Carter. I was 29 when my father remarried, and I thought the hardest part would be learning to share a house again. I was wrong. The hardest part was trusting Leela. Leela was my stepsister by marriage, not blood. Same age, sharp eyes, always measuring people like chess pieces. She acted warm at first, helped unpack boxes, laughed at my jokes, asked about my work. I worked in real estate development, a junior partner at a fast-growing firm in Austin. It was my entire future, years of grinding, networking, staying invisible until my moment came. Leela had nothing like that. She bounced between jobs, always almost successful. But she had something else: access. Our parents traveled often. That left the house quiet. Too quiet. Leela would sit across from me at night, pretending interest when I talked about my projects. She asked questions I didn't notice were dangerous. Who funded us? Which permits were pending? Which deal could make or break my career? I answered because I was stupid enough to think family didn't keep score. 3 months later, my life collapsed in a single meeting. I walked into the office expecting a promotion announcement. Instead, I was handed printed emails, confidential proposals, internal financial forecasts, my name at the top. I was accused of leaking sensitive information to a competitor. I laughed until I saw the timestamps. The emails were real, sent from my laptop, from my home network. I was escorted out like a criminal. No goodbye, no defense. My reputation died in under 10 minutes. By nightfall, the story had spread. Industry blacklists, phone calls stopped, friends stopped replying. My father looked at me like he didn't recognize me. Only Leela didn't look shocked. She looked relieved. That night, I confronted her. She did. Lila rose fast after I fell. Within weeks, she became the brilliant insider at her new firm. She gave interviews, spoke at panels, posted smiling photos about earned success. My name was never mentioned again, except as a quiet rumor. Meanwhile, I couldn't get hired anywhere. No firm would touch me. I sold my car, moved out, took a job unloading delivery trucks at night just to pay rent. Every box I lifted reminded me of what she stole, not just my job, but my identity. The worst part wasn't poverty. It was watching her rewrite the story. At family dinners, she played the victim. Evan went through some stuff, she'd say gently, like I was broken furniture. My father avoided my eyes. My stepmother defended Lila without hesitation. She's doing so well now. That was the power imbalance. She had credibility. I had silence. But silence can be a weapon if you sharpen it. I started documenting everything, not angrily, not desperately, patiently. I rebuilt access, slowly. Old contacts who still trusted my character, if not my name. A former IT coworker helped me understand how data trails really worked. A retired compliance officer owed me a favor. What Lila didn't know was that she'd made a mistake. She reused the same tactics at her new firm. Unauthorized access, quiet data pulls, strategic leaks disguised as insight. She was smarter than me, but greed makes patterns. I didn't confront her. I let her grow confident, let her brag, let her believe I was finished. I took screenshots, logged timestamps, matched IP overlaps, tracked device fingerprints. I wasn't building revenge. I was building proof. 6 months passed. Then the firm announced a massive merger, Lila's big win. Her name was everywhere. She was set to become a public face of the company. That's when I moved. Not loudly, legally. I submitted a sealed packet to 3 different entities on the same morning: the firm's internal compliance board, the state licensing authority, a financial journalist known for quiet investigations. No accusations, just evidence. Clean, organized, impossible to ignore. And then, the merger press conference was live streamed. I watched from a cheap apartment, sitting on the floor, phone plugged into the wall because I didn't own furniture. Lila stepped onto the stage in a white blazer, confident, polished, untouchable. 10 minutes in, her smile flickered. Someone whispered in her ear. The feed cut. Within an hour, news broke. Data irregularities under review at Crestline Developments. By evening, her firm released a statement distancing themselves from unauthorized activities by a non-executive consultant. By midnight, Lila's social media vanished. The next morning, regulators froze her accounts pending investigation. She showed up at my door 2 days later. Not confident. Not smiling. Desperate. She cried, said it went too far, claimed she never meant to ruin me, begged me to talk to someone, to fix it. I let her talk. Then I handed her a copy of the report, every page highlighted. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I said one sentence. You taught me how to survive without mercy. She was banned from the industry permanently. Her consulting role was reclassified as fraudulent. The journalist published the story, not with drama, but with surgical detail. And the ending? They mentioned me, not as a victim, as the anonymous source who exposed systemic abuse. My name was cleared quietly, respectfully. I received 3 job offers within a week. A year later, I ran my own boutique firm. No flashy branding, no ego, just clean work. One afternoon, I saw Leela at a cafe, working behind the counter. She recognized me instantly. I nodded once. She looked away. That was it. No speech, no apology, no forgiveness. Just balance restored. She took my future to build her lie. I took her lie and gave it the sunlight. And that was enough. Because the most humiliating revenge isn't destruction. It's making them live in the truth they tried to bury you under.